Hey guys, welcome back to Always You TV. Nice to have you here on the show,
It's my
Marie
pleasure.
Linda.
It's
You
my
look so
pleasure.
beautiful today.
Thank you. And you're looking handsome too this
Well,
morning.
thank you. Is this us blood or be red? Because I can't really
It's
differentiate
wine. It's
about it.
wine color. Wine.
Wow.
Yeah.
We miss you guys a whole lot. We'll be talking about a whole lot of questions pending from the last section we had about relationship series, and a whole lot of been happening in the internet when you see marriage saga. But we will come to that about Churchill case. Actually, let's entertain your questions.
Okay. Yeah. We have like about 6 questions here,
Okay.
and we're going to treat all of them. So
Okay.
number one on my list says, "What's your thought about guys that want to get their women pregnant first before getting married to them?"
Wow.
Yeah. Did you get the question?
Yeah, I did. I
Yeah.
think, to my own perception, uh, I think it goes against my belief.
Okay.
Yes. As a Christian, I think that is a wrong way to follow. Though there are more dynamic and digital way to test if a woman is fertile
Okay.
than running to impregnate her first before you actually go ahead and marrying her.
Okay.
But I think it's my own perspective. It's not a general perspective for
Yeah.
others to follow. So people can have different or diverse views on it. But I think I strongly kick against it. It doesn't go in line with my views as a Christian.
So can you tell us something? Can you tell us why you think that guys want to get their ladies pregnant before getting married to them? What could be
Most
the cause?
times,
Yeah.
the man want to check sex escapades. Actually,
Mm.
he wants to know how the lady might be good, and actually if he's going to deliver a boy, because in most cases,
Mm.
certainly in Africa region, most people or most families, they tend to have this affinity towards a male child, using, I think, the southeast as a case region where the ladies are not even given that luxury to have a right to properties owned by their fathers.
Okay, but on my own aspect, I think it's not about having a male child.
Okay.
It's all about being fertile.
Okay.
Because most guys feel like girls of this generation, most of them have gone through CS,
Yes.
sorry, abortions and all that. So
Some their
most,
woman is
yeah,
not even there. If
and some
we,
some some actually, it's not all about abortion.
yes.
Sometimes some people are not just fertile.
Okay, they're
You get, so
barren.
you just want to be sure. The guys really want to be sure if this girl can reproduce, but then you are not God to decide.
Definitely.
Yeah, you can decide to be sleeping with her to get her pregnant, but she's not going to get pregnant. But once you get married to her after the wedding, she might just get pregnant.
Yeah, it
So
happens in
there's a way
certain
God
cases.
works,
Yeah.
and so it's not nice for you to advise a girl to get pregnant before you marry her. It's
Okay.
not advisable. As a Christian, you shouldn't do that, and as a child of God, and as a man with principle, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's very bad.
Well, your take is
Then
quite
yeah.
astonishing.
Thank you very much. So number
Okay.
two question here is, what's your take on intertribal marriage? Are there any risks involved? Intertribal marriages.
Okay. When you come to tribalism, I think I'm someone who don't really see anything wrong in that, because as a human, given psychology helps us to understand that we can actually relate with people when we turn to understand their personality or person where they come from
Mm.
and try to relate differently. And I don't see anything wrong with that. I know some sectors of this part of Africa don't really like something being interlude in that kind of cases. But I think I strongly believe you should allow people to marry who they love, actually.
Okay, that's very good. You're
Yes.
talking about love. Love is essential
Yes.
in marriage and relationship. But then again, intertribal marriages is not bad
Okay.
and it's not so good.
Yes.
Reason is because there are different cultures.
Definitely.
The Igbo people have their own cultures. The
Yes.
Yoruba people have their own culture. So if you're making your mind to marry another tribe, be sure that you have another things to deal with when it comes to the traditional way.
Yeah.
Maybe the
Obviously.
way you live your life as an Igbo man is not the way the Yoruba people live their
Their
life.
life.
Like when it comes to greeting, they prostrate
Yes.
as if they lie down on the floor.
To
An
great.
Igbo man, you don't need to do all
Do
that.
that because of
So if you're married to such person, a Yoruba person, and you go there and then you stand up and say good morning, so the man will be like, this guy is
yeah,
disrespectful.
yeah. That's
He's
why you
not.
have to
So you have to
understand.
understand, know what you're really going into. This is how it is. If
Okay.
you can deal with it, fine. But if you cannot deal with it, I'd advise you marry from your tribe and set yourself.
Okay, sorry, before you go into onto the next question. I think
Yeah.
there have been some sectors surrounding the Igbos
Yeah.
not always allowing their women not to marry the Igbos. Like you have to marry an Igbo man, actually someone who is doing well. The Igbos are very, very, very like they keep that as a high criteria for them to marry somebody from their side who is doing well, like that. Why is it that way? You should be an Igbo. And
Say
actually,
why is it that I didn't get
yes,
the
yeah.
question very well? You said?
Okay, my question is this:
Yeah.
why do the Igbos, especially the women,
Mm.
always want the Igbos to get married to the Igbo men, especially? Why?
It's not only is applicable to Igbo people. Most people
No,
love to
from my
marry.
statistics,
Yeah.
I think the Igbos are high on that knowledge.
Because Igbos, they believe in themselves. They love themselves. You get?
Really?
Yes, they have understanding.
But statistics coming from Anambra State shows that the most men from Anambra State are even Sims. Yes, they are when they take they become too, I don't know, they become a boy to a woman in marriage.
Anambra means?
Yes,
No,
most of them.
no.
I have to be honest with you.
No, it's not
Say,
true. That's a lie.
no, listen. I'm giving you more statistics that is true. You know, I am someone who comes from a different psychology when it comes to maybe being an alpha male towards men that are sims. And I'm giving you a research that I took diligently well.
Okay.
Most Anambra men, I'm sorry, but most Anambra men are sims, like they accept whatever the woman's offer.
It's not like that. It's not, you not specify and say that Anambra people are
I
like
am
that.
not specifying. It's not
No.
my opinion. It has been the opinions
Sometimes
of people who have studied a
you
whole lot of
misquote
them.
it. Maybe it's the love. When a
Love.
man loves his wife, you now feel like the woman is in control.
No, no.
Most Anambra guys, they know
That's
how to
not
show
love.
the love to their
No,
women.
no.
And they like their women to take lead in everything.
I think I've come to age to understand what love really means.
Yeah.
Those people are sims, but let's leave that for another day.
It's
Let's
fine. But I don't believe with that.
no
I don't
problem.
believe.
It's your take.
I don't believe, yeah. Number three says, what's your opinion on someone dating an abusive partner with the mindset that he or she will change after marriage? E.g., like example, a wife that destroys property when she's angry and the wife beat her,
That's an agboma for me.
an abuma.
Agboma.
Okay.
And I don't like women who are violent, because why I don't really like them is that I tend to see something very toxic about them. Yes. I don't like toxic women. So when you have those characteristics, it pushes you to do things in a way that does not prolong a genuine love. All those things happen in relationships, a boyfriend and girlfriend, where they end up having sex and they feel like maybe it leads to a better sex life and all that. But it's very wrong for me. It goes against my Christian belief. It goes about against my personalities as a person, and I don't like that.
Yeah, it's very, very bad for you to date an abusive partner and you know that within yourself that this guy is always hitting you. And after hitting, maybe you come back and say, I'm sorry, I will not do it again. The next minute is reaching the same thing.
Yes, most cases
And
they
then
end
you're
up
now building something in your
they
head
even
that
end up killing themselves and
after
blaming
marriage
you.
that is going to change. It's not
Yes,
going to change.
yes,
If you find yourself in such a relationship, I advise you quit.
yes.
If the person cannot change while in a relationship, there is no way you can change in marriage. But definitely you're going to come out of that marriage, maybe being dead or leaving the marriage
Yes, now
destroyed.
given the case of, I think there's a
Yeah.
lady that I think the name is not actually rewinded in my memory,
Mm.
but Blessing CEO went to prison for that case.
Yeah, yeah.
I think she ended up killing herself.
Exactly. So it's not nice. Some people tend to stay with the guy because maybe he has the money, he has the luxury, and then you're after what he has, and you want to endure all the beating and all the. It's not advisable. Walk away, build yourself as a person, and then you make it out there.
No, that's a nice take.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
So number four on the question says, what do you think about ladies that approach a man first? A
Wow.
lady that comes to a man first to express her feelings.
Okay.
Do you think she's being confident or she's being desperate?
Desperate. I think being confident and being desperate. I'll go with being confident because
Okay.
I come from the perspective of the Western world, whereby I love it when ladies approach people who they really love. Yes,
Yeah.
I love it that way because it makes you, if you're actually someone with high reasoning ethics.
Mm-hmm.
And my advice is this: before, let me just advise a lady on that before actually I come to
Okay.
explaining it in a different
Okay.
perspective.
Okay.
My advice is this: before you approach a man in Africa, you should be able to control your emotions. You should beat your emotion test. Let your emotions not beat you. Because most men in Africa, they use it differently. Like they see like you're cheap and she doesn't really know what's up. But don't get it wrong, not every man in Africa
Yeah.
have that perspective.
Yeah.
A lot of women who are married are the first people who approach their husbands. Yes, they were the one who made the first approach, and it turned out beautiful. I think you should have a high intelligent mindset
Yeah.
before you do such thing.
Yes. Because when you want to approach a man, you have to study that man first
Very
to know
well.
the kind of person he
He
is.
is, yes.
He's not any man that you approach and then you still keep that respect he has for you. You will now see you as a desperate person.
And another case,
Mm,
if you are if the lady is not smart, it's an agbum. Like she's coming from a mentality that is not elite. You know there are problems where
yeah.
you're not having an elite mentality. Then you're trying to meet a man who has an elite mentality. That man will not take you serious because you do not relate with him when he comes to reasoning. A lot. You should actually weigh it that you come from the same high reasoning perspective and how you'll be able to cope with rejection.
Yes, in that case, I understand that it is not wrong for a lady to approach a man that she
Yes.
loves. If you have a feeling and you feel like this guy is good to go, you take a bold step,
Yes.
approach him, free yourself, free your mind. If the person understands you and he loves you, fine, you can go with it. But if he turns you down, yes, you still accept it because at
Yeah,
least
rejection is part of life.
yes, at least you've voiced out and then you've cleared your mind.
Yeah.
That is it for that. Thank you. So number 5 says, is it advisable to continue a relationship with a partner that thinks he or she is doing you a favor by dating you?
Wow.
Yeah.
Totally wrong. For me, like in relationships, I make it a 50-50 thing, you know. Like when I do talk to people about relationships,
Yeah.
I make it in such a way that I see your perspective from a different angle that equates what I'm bringing in and what you are bringing in. And actually, what most men do not really know in this 21st century is that you should not make it a favor that you are doing justice to someone who is also being a favor to you. Because immediately you make it a favor to them, they're actually doing a favor too. In life, is entwined. That's 50-50 part of way of life. You cannot be doing somebody a favor without the person doing a favor.
That is it now. The
Yes.
mindset with some guys, like me, I've met some guys who feel like if they should date you, they
Okay.
are doing you a favor. Like they are in fact it's a blessing for you to have them in your life. That kind
Okay.
of people is marvels me because you're not doing anybody a favor by dating them, and neither are you doing them a favor by marrying them. At
Okay.
least you both need each other
Yes.
because you're not the only person doing her a favor, and she's not the only person doing a favor for. Nobody's doing anybody a favor. We both need it. That is why we are there.
Yes. No. Definitely. I think a man cannot do without a woman.
Yeah. Same way that a woman cannot
Applies
do
to
without
yeah.
a man. So we
Yeah.
need each other
No
to
matter how
run the
you
world.
build your high intellect, it's not possible.
So
You must still end up in one hole.
So I will advise if you notice that your partner
Okay.
has that strong belief that he or she is doing you a favor by being with you, there is every reason for you to quit that relationship because it's not going to end well.
No, no,
Anybody with that kind of
it's always wrong.
mindset is
Yes.
going to ruin
I
you.
think in time past in my like when I was having a promiscuous life that I walk in in Talaga, philandering around.
Yeah.
I remember when I used to have relationships that within me, I know that okay, I understand. I'm actually trying to put the question in a different way around. You know, most times there are times when a guy is a blessing to a lady
Yeah.
in a relationship and all that, but I never saw it in that way, kind of fashion. I was always trying to say, okay, yeah, as much as maybe the Lord sent me to help you being a part of the way of life, this is a way for you to learn, and I'm also learning from you. There's something significant about you too that I'm learning and all that.
Yeah.
Then when you even tend to leave them, you tend to see that they're actually different kind of women, and no woman is perfect.
Exactly.
Yes.
Nobody is perfect.
Yeah. Thank
No
you.
man is perfect. No woman is perfect.
Yeah,
So
that's
if
true.
you find yourself in love with somebody, just
Hold
enjoy
them
the
tight.
enjoy the
Yeah.
experience.
Just enjoy
Love each other.
and learn.
Nobody is doing anybody a favor
Yeah.
by
Love is
being with. Yes,
beautiful
love is very beautiful.
when
If
it's
you find it, and some
yeah.
people feel like a relationship is not working, let's leave. There's not a relationship will not work. Relationship doesn't work. Oh. You have to make it work.
Definitely, that's the truth.
Relationship
Relationship
doesn't work on its own. You have to put in
relationship are
effort.
two
It needs a lot of work.
problems
Yes.
solved by two people
Two
to
partners
make
have
it
to
one.
put
Yes.
into effort
Yes, you have
to
to.
make it work.
Yeah.
So
Because
that is
yeah, even in time past where I see good relationships where by I would say, Kai, I don't really want to miss this person because she has this kind of behavioral pattern that can actually affect my life positively. Why will I just be? No one is just perfect and all that. So we just put heads together to make it work.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So the last question here is it advisable to marry someone out of pity? And are there future consequences from a union done out of pity?
Wow, I think it's very wrong to marry someone out of pity.
Mm.
Because when you marry people out of pity, you tend to even leave them in marriage out of pity. You do not marry somebody out of pity in marriage. Marriage is something different that you learn new lessons that you have never been taught anywhere. So you shouldn't marry someone out of pity because in marriage you'll be leaving her out of pity to be having extramarital affairs.
Exactly.
So it goes against my beliefs as a person and my diverse views of others who are with high intellect of knowledge.
Yeah.
It really goes against that belief. So it's very wrong to marry someone out of pity.
That is very nice. Thank you very much for
Yeah.
that contribution. I
Okay.
think it's very bad actually.
Yeah.
It's not nice. If you feel like you have any kind of concern for someone and you feel like you can help in any way, you just don't marry the person. Just extend the helping hand.
You're helping
Whatever
hands.
way you can help the person with, just do it. Let the person feel loved and then feel accepted too. Don't involve yourself maritally because you end up not enjoying that
That's
marriage
true.
and
Yeah.
then ruining the person the more.
Yes.
So that is what I
That's true.
have to
I've been
say
in a
about that.
relationship too before where actually I had pitied that person to be in a relationship
Yeah.
because I was not really finding it funky and I was having some extra things to do outside. Like I was not seeing her positive, yeah,
Okay.
because it was out of pity because it wasn't love.
Was in love, yeah.
Yes, so it's wrong. It's the wrong thing to do, and I don't advise anyone to do it out there.
Okay. So that brings us to the end of today's
Questions. Wow,
question. Yeah.
thank you so much. And because of time, would have delved on other trending
Yeah.
topics that are happening on the internet about
Exactly.
relationships and marriages. Most people saying broken homes, most marriages. Okay, let's quickly run to Regina Daniels. She
Yeah.
looks like someone who is enjoying her marriage.
Exactly. Recently in the Facebook, I used to see comments. I go through a lot
Yeah.
of comments whenever she posts on social media. You see people say, it's like she's the only person that made the right decision in this thing.
Really? But the whole internet were
I'm
criticizing her. She
telling
got married to an
yes,
old
don't
man. She married and all that.
that is life. That is why you don't have to give opinion to whatever people are saying.
Okay.
If you know what is right for you, just go for it.
Yeah,
Live
it's
your
yeah.
life.
Live your life.
So
People
far
will
you are
always
not
talk.
offending anybody,
Yeah,
just
people will always
be
talk.
yourself. At the end of the day, you see people coming back to celebrate with
Yeah,
you.
people are after the result.
And now you see a lot of girls asking, is your husband still looking for a seventh or eighth wife?
You
We are
see,
available, we are
you see,
ready.
and all that.
Oh, she's looking beautiful and
Yeah.
she's enjoying her marriage. At this point, I think she made the right decision.
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
Okay. I think I wanted to shake some table, but it's not really good to dig onto people's personal lives.
Okay.
But let me leave them because there are a whole lot of actresses who don't really say things about their marriages. Yeah, they don't really talk about their marriages.
Yeah.
They hide their man, and most cases we see that they are actually dating or actually married to another married man in most cases. But I think is that right, or is it good to actually hide the man from the internet and all that?
I think this issue of social media is personal.
Okay.
People's marriages are personal. It's a personal life, so they have every choice,
Okay.
every right. If they choose to bring it out to the Facebook
Okay.
or social media, it's fine. But if they choose to keep it private, it's all to them. It's
Okay.
their life. They don't need to dangle into it.
Okay.
It's
Thank
all
you.
about
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Thank you so much. Actually, your opinions today have been quite accelerated in a high interlevel of knowledge, and I'm so happy about that. Do you watch Big Brother Ninja?
I've not been. I've not.
Okay, you're not a fan of it.
I'm a fan, but then I don't have time for it.
Okay, wow, that's
Yeah.
actually good.
Yeah.
I think I thought if you actually had a knowledge about it, we should have actually talked a little bit about the show because the trending show keeping the
Yes,
Nigerians'
yes, yes.
homes at a good space of time now,
Exactly.
given the country rise of dollar and all that. But Let
But I
us.
believe this particular set of BB Brother Nigeria is going to be very fun because
Okay.
all the people I heard are in the house
Oh
are
yeah, it's
very,
quite
yeah,
superstars,
very
and
superstar. They
a
are
whole lot of
very.
things are
It's
happening.
gonna be fun. This set,
Yes,
it's going to
and a
be
whole lot of women
with nice
bootylicious,
curves and
yeah, yeah, bootylicious artificial things they do. Don't do they do those things for men really? Too? Do they do it for business, or they just do it to look beautiful?
Sometimes it's personal confidence, self confidence.
Okay,
Yeah, some women you see now go on this what do they call it, boot enlargement and all of that.
okay,
It's just for them to feel self
confident.
confidence,
Wow.
yeah, and just feel good about themselves first before any other
Yeah.
person out
Yeah,
there.
that's a very smart answer.
Yeah.
Though I've never thought about it from that angle. I've always thought about it in the aspect whereby maybe they just want to sell their business,
Oh,
but
it's not
you
like
just gave
that.
me a different
You know,
opinion.
as a lady,
Hmm?
you whenever you wear any dress you wear and the dress sit very well on you. You know what makes the lady more outstanding is that boot and the breast.
Oh,
Whenever a lady that has curve and boobs wear
yes.
clothes and come out,
Okay,
you
people
see
are
the
always and all
yes,
that.
no, she
Yeah.
calls attention and
Wow,
all that.
sure.
So and she has that confidence in her that
And then,
she's okay, she's good to go.
but though me, I'm kind of a different man. I think those things don't really move me. What really moves me is the way she walks and all that.
Everybody with their
Yeah,
own
everybody with
thing.
different
Yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
lives. Yeah. Thank you so much, Linda, for being in the show today. Love to have you next time. And next time we might actually have a new face who actually should be a beautiful woman like you
No,
to share opinions. So let's see how we really go
that'll
and
be
talk
very
much about
nice. That'll be very
relationship.
nice. I would
Yeah.
like to have a female here too.
Yes, I'll be working on that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Thank you. Guys, we love you. Try to interact with us in the comment section. Subscribe, share the video. Bye.